Massive job cuts at U.S. auto giant General Motors. The company says it needs to make big changes at its North American operations. It's aiming to slash 30,000 jobs, close 12 plants, and cut car-making capacity by 1 million units. GM says that will bring costs down by $7 billion a year. Ali Velshi takes a look now at what's been going wrong with the U.S. auto industry.
General Motors has been the world's biggest car maker since 1931. In 1955, it became the first American company to make over $1 billion a year, and it was all built on relentless demand for cars. Cars for the masses were first built in America about 100 years ago, and Americans haven't stopped buying them since. The thing is, they just don't buy as many from GM anymore, or from Ford. And GM and Ford's losses seem to be Toyota's gain. In fact, once the restructuring is done, GM will build 1 million fewer cars a year, allowing Toyota to take the lead and become the world's biggest car maker.
There's less of that stigma about, I don't want to buy foreign, I only want to buy American. I think Toyota had the right cars at the right time since even the 1970s. When fuel prices were high in the oil embargo, they built small, fuel-efficient cars that people flocked to buy.
U.S. car makers got into a price war 5 years ago to overcome the sagging sales. Then they introduced lower-than-bank interest financing, then zero-interest financing. Now they tell you they'll sell you a car for the same price that employees pay. None of it worked. GM and Ford now have the smallest share of the U.S. car market ever. Meanwhile, Toyota, Honda, and others swooped in and won American drivers over with their quality, value, and their styling. But for GM, it's more than just sales, it's costs. GM's biggest parts supplier, Delphi, recently filed for bankruptcy. GM used to own Delphi and may have to cover some of Delphi's healthcare expenses. That could cost GM billions. GM's own healthcare costs will amount to $5.8 billion this year. GM has already lost $4 billion this year. Some people on Wall Street think the car maker itself could go bankrupt. Now, it's not all bad. American pickup truck sales have been solid. You might say like a rock. GM's Chevy Silverado is the second best-selling vehicle in the United States. The best-selling vehicle is Ford's F-Series pickup. But the best-selling car in the United States, the Toyota Camry. Toyota knows that as early as next year, it could earn the title of world's biggest car maker. And they're worried that in the world's biggest car market, that may trigger a backlash, especially given how many American auto workers have been laid off. So Toyota's embarked on an ad campaign touting the 190,000 U.S. auto jobs that it's created. Ali Velshi, CNN, New York.